Hi everyone. First, let me explain the dress I'm wearing. There's a purpose to this, okay? This is a shirt. It's a very typical Malaysian Chinese shirt. It was given to me by a friend of mine called Siong Ong. And red, again, is the color of the Chinese New Year. So there is a twist now. What's the twist? Is today I'm going to make paneer, which is really Indian cheese, if you will, the closest you can get to, made from curled milk, but with Chinese spices. All right. So let me take you through the dish. So here are the ingredients. I got paneer, and I got yellow capsicum, red capsicum, and green capsicum, and kind of big flaked onion, right? And I've got the Chinese spices. Now, this is Sichuan black pepper. Let me put it here. This is Sichuan black pepper. This is Sichuan dried red chili. It's very different from the Indian red chili, which is long. This is kind of round, and it is it has a flavor. It's not hot, but it has a flavor. Then I have cumin. I mean, you'd be surprised that a lot of Chinese cuisine in the Sichuan area relies a lot on cumin, especially the very famous cumin mutton, or lamb as they call it there. And of course, coriander. Again, a lot of coriander is used in Chinese cooking. So I'm going to dry roast them. So I'm going to just light up the fire, and I'm going to dry roast it. And there'll be no Indian spices. There'll be no turmeric, nothing else. So that's going to be dry roasted, and then I'll grind it in a grinder. And while that's being roasting, let me come to the paneer. Paneer, the difference here is I'm replacing tofu, which is what the Chinese uses, with paneer, right? The Indian stuff. So it's kind of a Sino-Indian dish, if you will. So let me heat up the fire. And then what I'll do is I will boil the paneer, right? So let me just put it slowly. The water will splash. So why am I boiling the paneer? I'm boiling the paneer so that it softens a bit, and also spilled a little bit, but that's fine. I think the pan is a little small, but never mind. So what it will do is it will soften the paneer, right? And remember, this is kind of raw, if you will, right? So I prefer to boil it. And here I'm getting the spices being roasted. So it's more or less, I get the fragrance, not more than a minute and a half. So that's kind of almost done. So I'm going to switch it off while the paneer boils, and then I come back. When the paneer boils, I come back and finish the dish. This whole dish, from chopping to cooking, which I'll show you, doesn't take more than 20 minutes. So we'll come back and show the cooking. Yeah, so now I've done two things. I've got the roasted spices grinded properly, finely grinded. That's done. The paneer has come to a boil. You can see the white water that comes out. That means it's just extracted out the kind of the preservative, if there is any. And then I'm going to now take this and strain the paneer. Just going to go here. That's the reason I'm letting this water run. Otherwise, the hot water can destroy my kitchen tube, which is basically plastic, right? So always put some cold water running. Now you're ready to cook. I'm going to put up the flame. I'm going to put the pan. Now remember, this is Chinese cooking, so I'm going to use olive oil, any standard olive oil, right? I won't use mustard because that has a very Indian kind of flavor to it. So I'm going to put some olive oil. It's done. Then I'm going to basically spread olive oil evenly. I've got my spices here, the onions here. So we'll just let the oil heat up a little bit. Okay, the oil is heated. Now I'm going to put these flaked onions, as I call them. So they go in first. Right. So the flaked onion's gone in. I'm just going to stir it a little bit so that the oil oozes in. Some high flame. At this stage, I always prefer to add some salt because it's slightly flaked onions. It glazes it. It's a misnomer that for glazing you only need sugar. You can also glaze it with salt because I don't take sugar. It's been almost 10 years since I've not had sugar at all, and I don't like it in my food. Which is kind of browning out. You have to wait till it browns out. I can see the tinge of browning happening. It's still on high flame. And to that, I add the boiled paneer. So they tend to get clustered together and they go away. Alright, the paneer now has kind of fried itself. I want to keep that white because that's the idea of boiling and not frying, because you want to keep a similar texture and feel like a tofu. And then now I'm going to add the Chinese spice onto the tofu, right? All of it. Stir it. Right? At this stage, I'll add a little bit of water. Now, where's my water? Here. There's a reason I'm adding the water. Not just the simmering sound is already telling you that there is a little bit of stickiness in the bottom of the pan, but more importantly, once this is done, I am now going to add what I call the various multiple colors into this, right? And the capsicum should be a little chewy, shouldn't be completely soggy. So I'm going to just basically do this. And I need the water. And remember again, cooking on La Creuset, so be careful with water. It doesn't drop water away. It retains all the water. So I just need enough water so that these capsicum get just about, doesn't lose their crispy, but cooks. And what it also does, it adds the flavor of the capsicum goes into the paneer, which is typically a Chinese dish. So what I'm going to do the salt test now. I'm going to take my chopsticks, pick up a piece. A little bit more will help. So, yeah. A little bit of a crunchy dish. The paneer is crunchy, as we all know. Tofu typically is not crunchy unless you deep fry it. So this is kind of done. Now, what you're going to do is sprinkle some water, and this is basically for the capsicum to cook. So this is and then I'm going to cover it up and slow the flame and time it for 5 minutes, and that dish is done. So it's as simple, as easy to cook, and it's a wonderful flavor. Looks good, the white, the red, the yellow, the green, with Chinese spices. So paneer made with Chinese spices. So I would call it the Sino-Indian dish. Great.